Hey guys, Steve Page here from America's #1 digital marketing agency. We're finally at part 10 of our How to Grow Your Email List series. We finally made the last chapter. If you want to see the rest of them, go to our YouTube channel and feel free to watch 1 through 9 to get caught up. This is part 10 where we'll be talking about future-proofing your email list. All the different tools, different devices, how email has evolved and will evolve in the future, and how you can be ready for it. First, let's talk about the importance of future-proofing your email list. Email list is going to be vital to you in growing your business. Future-proofing your email list is essential due to the rapid pace of change. You can see here just in this image, just the evolution of all the devices. First, there wasn't even email. There was just direct mail. There was print mail. Then it became email. You get it on your computer, a desktop. And then all of a sudden you had laptops. And then you had tablets and you had phones where you open emails. Now we're getting into the world of AI and VR, virtual reality, augmented reality, glasses, goggles, and who knows what other devices, wearable devices on your wrists. All this stuff is going to be evolving over time. And you want to make sure your email is tailored to that experience. With your customers and leads and everyone evolving, you want to make sure you evolve with them and make sure the content you're sending them is perfect and a great user experience for them, whatever device they're on, because you're not going to know. You're going to have a wide range of people on your list, and those people will have different devices and tools and ways they interact with your emails. You want to be sure you're on top of it. For example, one of the biggest things we talked about before was desktop and mobile. Making sure it looks good on both devices is basically standard these days because so many people read their emails on mobile devices. You want to make sure it looks good, easy to interact with, and it works really well. Now we're also talking about demand and privacy, all these changes coming up. It's going to get more and more. There's going to be more and more demands for privacy and data privacy because there's not only just people are getting more careful with their data and who they give it to, there's also laws coming down with it. There's also more and more frequency of these cyber attacks happening and people are wary about it. So they're becoming more cautious with who they give their data to. So you want to make sure you're complying with not only the laws, but also in preferences for your potential customers as well. Then as you evolve, early adapters to evolving with this, you will stay ahead of your competition. If you're a small or medium-sized business, but you're more agile, you're more scrappy, you can stay ahead of some of these bigger companies that are slow moving, that may not even have their emails ready for mobile devices yet, or their website not ready, or maybe the AR and VR emails is a different interaction. When people are answering their emails through their eyeglasses and it doesn't look good, doesn't read. But if you can stay at the top of those technologies and get it working, you're going to stand out and get ahead of the curve before they have a chance to catch up. Like I said, there's advanced technologies are relatively newer these days, but as time progresses, it keeps getting better. People start adapting more and more to them. One of these is AI. For AI and email, it helps you be super quick in personalization, creating content for your customers, make it super personalized. But people are also starting to use AI tools to help clean up their email inboxes automatically, filter out things they don't want to see, reply to emails immediately, unsubscribe from emails in bulk. So AI is working for marketers and against the marketers at the same time. And blockchain is big in the crypto space, but blockchain is a really secure and transparent feature. So if your data is in the blockchain, most likely it will have a less chance of being stolen or hacked into. So that could be technology where your email is being stored or data is being stored. That will just make it easier for you to be more secure and private. And then, like I said before, AR, VR is becoming more and more trendy. Not only goggles, it's getting into glasses. Meta has a huge push in this and a huge investment in augmented reality with their glasses. The Meta Quest is one of their devices. People are using it more and more. And as they start using it more and more, you can reach people with certain messages that are formatted for this space, and they'll be able to interact in a very nice and useful way if you create it accordingly. And as I mentioned, these regulations are coming from countries, states, and other institutions. The regulatory landscape is becoming more and more murky and complicated. EU had the biggest one with GDPR. It fundamentally reshaped the way data is handled across every sector. Not a lot of companies in the US have to do it because they don't market to Europe, but if you have business in other countries, the GDPR was the big new shift in handling people's data. And for something that you should know is there are CAN-SPAM violations, and the average fee is $43,792 for any CAN-SPAM violation there. And there's a lot of tools that help you manage this data in an appropriate way. A lot of these email providers, for example, like your HubSpots, MailChimps, they'll have settings for GDPR or for California. In other of these states and regions, they have specific rules and tools in place to make it easy for you to manage that data. So if they request their data to be moved or not stored, it'll handle it automatically. So this technology is going in both ways. As it becomes more tricky on the regulatory side, it's becoming easier to manage on the tech side because these platforms and programs are making it easier for you to do it. To make your email list healthy and future-proof, one of the biggest things you could do is get feedback from your customers. It's one of the things that's harder to do and not always thought of, but to just ask your customers questions. You see some examples here from a few companies that are doing some giveaway if people take surveys. You can see this example from Birdie Gray where they're giving $1,000 Amazon gift card, just 10 minutes to complete a survey to learn about the customer. And then what they do is they segment their answers so that they get specific emails and content tailored to them, because more and more people are wanting more personalized experiences, not only on computers and in real life, but actually on their email and content that they get as well. You can see this other survey for $500, and this is specifically thoughts on pricing. So it could be general survey, but it could also be specifically about one specific point that may get more people involved, because maybe that's one big friction point where your customer is not signing up. So if you get those answers and you can handle those objections, you get to then in turn make more money. And this will just enhance loyalty. It shows that you care, that you're making an effort to improve your products, make it better for your customers, and it will in turn make your email more profitable, increase ROI through that channel. So that wraps it up for future-proof your marketing. But in general, you want to embrace new technologies. You want to stay compliant with evolving regulations, and you want to continuously engage your subscribers in meaningful ways. Successful email marketing is continuous learning and adaptation. So you want to be sure your team's constantly being trained, reading new features of platforms, getting in tune with the news, what's out there, what's going on, what regulations are going on. There's plenty of places to subscribe to. If, for example, you subscribe to our newsletter or blog, you'll get information and updates on any new rules and regulations that comes to email, advertising, content marketing, SEO, all that stuff we create content about, because we want to help you guys be as successful as possible as well. You always want to just measure the impact of your efforts using analytics, tools, and data, make data-driven decisions. Here at Giant Partners, we're always harboring on making data-driven decisions to be successful. And if you thought this was helpful, be sure to contact us. Here's our phone number. Give us a call and we can help you with your email or any type of marketing things that you need. And I want to thank you again for following us in this 10-part series. It was long, but it should be helpful for you and your business. And if you want to learn more about data and digital marketing services, feel free to visit giantpartners.com. And again, feel free to subscribe to our channel for more information like this and other topics. You can also follow us on other platforms, LinkedIn, Meta, Twitter, all the channels. You'll see our content, whatever you prefer. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks again.